Greetings. This is Earth Essentials by the Goddess. I'm smoking an Al Capone cigar. I like cigars to keep me connected to the ancestors. This is a no judgment zone. So if you're judging, just click off and go, baby. Because that means that you got some parts of yourself that need to be healed. So, today I wanted to discuss the book Kybalion. The book Kybalion talks about the spiritual laws, and everybody needs to know about the spiritual laws if you're starting on your spiritual journey. It's most imperative. That way you can know how to maneuver energy. So, the Kybalion talks about the law of mentalism, the law of vibration, the law of rhythm, the law of polarity, the law of gender, the law of correspondence. I didn't say those in order, but if you get the book that I'm reading, you'll know what I'm talking about. The most important law to me is the law of mentalism, and that's what I'm going to discuss today. I will be doing a video on each law. So I'm going to give you my opinion of it, and I encourage you to read for yourself so that you can take from it what you need to, because every journey is a personal journey, okay? And your journey is not to be meant to compare it to others' people's journey, because your journey is not going to be the same. It's a journey of self-healing, a journey of self-love, and a journey of self-elevation. I messed up on that word, but you know, whatever. Tomato, tomato. So, with that, the law of mentalism talks about all is mind. What that means to me, that everything starts in your mind first. And then your thoughts are connected with the spiritual realm, whether you realize it or not. They are. Because thoughts have vibration, so do words. That's the reason why they say it's a blessing when you speak to someone, or a curse, because of the vibration of your words. Because what you say and what you think become physical reality. Everything starts in imagination. Everything starts in the mind. The cars, the trucks, the boats, the buildings, the businesses, even the greenery that you see outside, as far as the trees being planted and the fake little ponds and stuff people make, it all started in somebody's mind first. They thought it. Thoughts become things. So they thought it, and here it is in physical form. As a man thinketh, so is he. Yes, that is a true quote from the Bible. See, I believe that everything is connected. So I read the Bible and I read other books, because we're all connected and everything is. Everybody's trying to discount this and discount that, when in reality, all you got to do is put everything together and you get a great understanding, instead of trying to discount this and discount that. So it's very imperative to control your mind, to control what you think, because that in turns determines what vibration you will be on, whether you're vibrating high or whether you're vibrating low. Your thoughts control that. What you think controls that. Everything you think is going to manifest in some physical form, one way or the other, whether you believe it or not, because we're all governed by spiritual laws, whether you realize it or not. You can't get away from it, because everything is governed by the spiritual realm, whether you realize it or not. So, what you think becomes your physical reality. Your imagination is what becomes your physical reality. In order for you to have an imagination, you have to what? Think it first, right? Okay. So, every day that you watch TV or listen to music, you're being digitally programmed. That's what I call it. Because they're telling you how to think and what to think. When you see a commercial, even if you're not hungry, you're going to want that food, because they planted that seed in you. They told you what to think. Think about this food. And once you start thinking about that food, your senses take over. Then you want to start tasting it. Then you want to feel it. You want to touch it. You feel what I'm saying? You want to see it for yourself. They planted that seed in you. Yes, they control what you thought. Every time you're watching the news, every time you're watching commercials, they control what you're thinking, whether you realize it or not. When you listen to music, they control what you're thinking and what you're feeling as well. Because music, you can hear something, it can make you feel good or make you feel low. You see how that works? Okay. Now, since we got that covered, it's very imperative for you to control what you're thinking, because your thinking controls your vibration. I'm going to let this sit for a minute while I take a puff of this Al Capone. It's really good. It's infused with cognac. Now, as I'm talking, I'm quite sure that you feel my vibration and my energy. I know it because my energy comes over. Because I have learned to control minds. So I want to teach other people to control theirs. And everything starts in your mind first. Right? That's the reason why you have so many people with mental illnesses. Because they have no control of their own thoughts. Everyone else controls their own thoughts. That's the reason why it's so imperative to meditate. That way you can block out the distractions and hear your own thoughts for yourself. To see how you think, to see how you feel, to see what you're connected with. Okay? The world now wants to keep you overstimulated so you can't think for yourself. They like robots. That way they can control you. And the one thing they control you by is fear. And whether you know it or not, this is a scientific fact. Fear lowers your immune system. Everything you see on TV is prompted by fear. Fear this, fear that. And in turn, they lower your immune system and they control you mentally. I haven't watched TV in over 4 years now. Because I realized they were digitally programming me through the television. Making me be fearful. Fear of what? You shouldn't be fear of anything. But the only way you'll know that is if you control your mind. And don't allow anyone else to control your mind. So, it is imperative, in my opinion, for everyone to get this book, the Kybalion, and learn about the spiritual laws so that you can control your own energy. The way I control mine. Because I understand and I understand that every word that I'm saying is vibrating off my tongue. I understand that as I'm speaking, I'm engaging you and you're feeling my energy because I manipulate my own energy. I don't allow anyone else to. So, when you think about things, you control how you move. You control how you speak. When you think about things correctly. When you deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself. Meaning, a lot of things that you've been taught was incorrect. So you have to deprogram yourself from that. And reprogram yourself with the truth. And you always find the truth within. There's nothing that you need outside of yourself. Everything that you need is already in you. Okay? So it's imperative to meditate. And go within your own thoughts. Go within your own universe. Because a spiritual journey is a personal journey. Okay? Nobody thinks the way that you think. Nobody speaks the way that you speak. Nobody moves the way that you move. You're your own person, your own uniqueness, your own authentic self. And we need authenticity. We do. We don't need any fakes. We have enough of that. We need somebody that's for real about being themselves. Thinking their own thoughts, moving the way they move. Not letting people control them. You know, I don't stand in line for Jordans. That's digital programming. Robotics. That's not important to me. What's important to me is knowing thyself. And it's also important for you and imperative for you to know your birth chart. That's the reason why you can understand the way you do the things you do. You can only know thyself when you're really in search of thyself. And it all starts with the mind. How do you think? How do you speak? How do you feel? You know? That's what's important. Everything else is none. It's not important. It's non-existent. So I encourage everybody to control their thoughts. Your thoughts control your words control your vibration. You want to elevate high, or do you want to elevate low? You just decide. But it's imperative that you understand everything is mental first. Everything. Before I came on camera, it was a thought. And now it's physical reality. So, I just wanted to give that piece to you guys of my opinion of the Kybalion, of the mentalism, the first law, the first spiritual law. I encourage you to read for yourself and get for yourself what it means to you. Because it may mean something different, but you'll never know unless you take that leap and start doing for self, thinking for self, living for self, speaking for self, moving for self. Because everything is mine. Ashe. Also, I want to say, on the spiritual journey, do not think that everything is love and light, because it's not. I'm a Scorpio North Node. So, I am all about death, rebirth, transformation, all of that. So you'll understand when I say I'm not all love and light. I'm also death and darkness. Because I rebirth and transform all the time. I die to my old self all the time. That's why I say I'm death and darkness as well. I die to my own self and I'm rebirthed a new person. So the person that you knew last week, she no longer exists, baby. So take all of what I'm telling you and apply it to your own personal spiritual journey. And a side note, block out other people, the naysayers. They're not talking about nothing. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, everybody got an opinion. Just like an asshole. Everybody got one of those. And just because you post syrup on pancakes, just because you post syrup on shit, don't make it pancakes. And I don't, what people eat don't make me shit. So, take what I told you, the parts that's going to help you elevate. And the parts that don't belong to you, discard them. I'm not trying to get you to listen to everything I'm saying. I just want you to take the meat. That's it, just the meat. And apply it as you may. Ashe. And this has been a talk from the goddess.